90 minutes from glory and a place at the Club World Cup. Welcome to an April 27th edition of the Concacaf Champions League Preview Show on Concacaf TV. I'm your host, Scott Kleba. Cruz Azul travels to Pachuca for the second leg of the finals tomorrow night at the Estadio Hidalgo. The first leg, last Wednesday, ended in a 2-1 win for La Máquina. Located 90 kilometers from Mexico City, Pachuca is the capital of the state of Hidalgo and has a metro area population of approximately 350,000 people. Once known for its mining industry, Pachuca has grown over the last 40 years due to its educational and governmental institutions, as well as booming housing developments. The final pits two of the Confederation's most successful teams against each other. Cruz Azul is level with Club America for the greatest number of CONCACAF club titles with 5. Pachuca has been the dominant team of the 2000s, capturing 3 crowns, and is in search for its third championship in 4 years. Last week's first leg at the Estadio Azul in Mexico City provided a fascinating contrast. The Cementeros had the better of play in the opening 45 minutes. Manuel Villa gave the eventual winners a lead in the 20th minute, taking advantage of a Gregorio Torres mistake. 4 minutes later, Carlos Gerardo Rodriguez directed a Maximiliano Biancucci cross into his own net. In the second half, Pachuca was more effective in the attack. Damian Alvarez scored the Tuzos' only goal in the 69th. It was a valuable away strike. The hosts hit the post twice late in the game, but could not get another past Miguel Calero. Cruz Azul is 4-1-1 in Champions League away games. Its biggest win on the road came against Herediano all the way back in July. Javier Orozco is La Máquina's leading scorer in the competition, but he has not found the back of the net in the last 3 games. 6 different players have accounted for the last 6 goals. Defensively, Cruz Azul has conceded 1 goal or less in its last 4 away CCL games. However, they have scored only once in their last 2. Against Mexican teams in away Champions League games, the Cementeros are 1-1-1. Manuel Villa spoke to CONCACAF TV after the first leg and looked ahead to the second leg.
The only advantage we have is the peace of mind of knowing we came up as winners tonight. But there's still another game left to play, and we have to pretend that we are even, that the score is 0-0, and therefore when we visit Pachuca next week, we'll give all we have trying to achieve a good result.
Pachuca has been unstoppable at home in the Champions League, going a perfect 6-0-0, scoring 15 goals while allowing only 1. Isidro Metapan was the victim of the Tuzos' largest home win, a 5-0 result. Ulises Mendivil is Pachuca's and the Champions League top scorer with 9 goals. But he has not scored in the tournament since October 21st and was replaced in the first half of the first leg against Cruz Azul. Pachuca has been forceful offensively at home, scoring 2 or more goals in 5 of its 6 games. However, they scored only 1 goal in each of their last 3 Champions League encounters. The loss at Cruz Azul was their first ever in a CONCACAF Finals. Head coach Guillermo Rivarola spoke to CONCACAF TV about his perspective on Pachuca's Champions League campaign and the second leg against Cruz Azul.
Do you feel strong heading to this game?
Of course we do, stronger than ever, because we are playing a final. If you don't feel strong while playing a final, then you are in trouble. So we are feeling good and trying to enjoy these days. So we stay motivated and joyful heading to Wednesday's game.
Pachuca won 3 CONCACAF titles. For you, this one would be your first. What would it mean for you to win?
I don't think about it from a personal point of view, because my personal achievement, in this case, is a consequence of what the team can do, what the team directors do, what we do ourselves. Now, of course, it's awesome to be playing in a final, and winning would be just amazing.
And the chance to play in the World Cup is also interesting.
We aren't there yet. We may get there, but there are 95 minutes to play. We know that the reality says Cruz Azul is winning 2-1. So we have 95 minutes to turn that result around.
Any special instructions you may have given the team heading to this game?
No, nothing in particular. The team is gaining momentum. We also made it into the playoffs, and that's an extra motivation. But nowadays, we only think of the final on Wednesday.
Playing at home with your fan support is an advantage?
Of course it is, because we know we'll be playing in a full stadium, and we know what our fans demand. It's our stadium, so yes, we will be playing with 12. I have no doubt about it.
Damian Alvarez was an inspirational figure for Pachuca in the first leg. Concacaf TV caught up with the Argentine midfielder after yesterday's training session.
We are feeling good. We are confident. We know what it means to play in a final that qualifies for the Club World Cup, which is very important for any team. We are facing it with the serenity that a final deserves, but also with the adrenaline of knowing that these finals just happen every so often.
You've been very strong playing at home during this tournament. Will that be a key factor on this game?
There are many factors involved in this game, but the key is to know that we'll be playing in front of our people, with our family supporting us. And we can't forget what we represent as a team, because we truly trust on each other's abilities and capabilities. So this is a game that won't happen again, and therefore we have to give it our all.
What does it mean for you and the team to play in the Club World Cup?
For those of us who have played in 2 World Cups with Pachuca, it'd be very important to have the chance to play in a third one. Because who is not hoping to be able to go in this case? To Dubai and try to improve what we did. We had the revenge in Japan, but we reached the same stages. Of course we see ourselves boarding the plane to Dubai, but there is still one more step to take to get there.
What does Pachuca need to face Cruz Azul in this final game?
What does it need? Nothing. We just have to get out on the field with confidence, with all players on the same page, living and feeling it as final, and therefore things are going to happen on their own. Because Pachuca has very talented players, and our own responsibility has to show on this game.
Cruz Azul or Pachuca will be crowned the champion of CONCACAF tomorrow night and will secure a spot in the Club World Cup. History is there to be made. Lifting the trophy as champion is the ultimate goal. Thanks for joining us on the CONCACAF Champions League Preview Show. We invite you to watch all the action starting tomorrow night at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And remember to log on to CONCACAFchampions.com for all your Champions League news.